What's up, gamers? Welcome to my last Cyberpunk video. Another exciting, thrilling, captivating episode of Gamers Theory 101. So going along with my review style, how I like to make these sort of playlists instead of singular reviews, like I've described in previous videos. Just think it's more natural to like play the game as a normal person and just, wonder what this guy's doing, and just make videos as interesting things happen. And since I started making videos playing GTA and using GTA as kind of like, just my game where I drive around and talk while, on whatever topic. And for the longest time, like, kind of difficult because I'm also playing GTA, right? But I'm saving up all the supercars and whatnot, all the collectible, well, not all of them, but like a nice handful of the cars. And I did this for an ill minute because I didn't have like the billions and millions of dollars or whatever. Gotta be the most fun weapon in Cyberpunk is these grenades. I want more of them. They're just great. I want these grenades in Mass Effect. They would be so useful in Mass Effect. Just fill a hallway with these shits. But, yeah, all the supercars, like, you can find them randomly. Playing GTA, I'd fuck one up, I'd lose one. And the incident of my consoles getting stolen a while back. And I think I don't know what happened. I think that to my copy of GTA, I think that got stolen too. Anyway, so I never got to make, I think I made like a short on it maybe, or showed them off briefly in another video. The cars that I had accumulated. And then the same thing happened with Mafia. I wanted to make a video talking about the cars in Mafia, driving around, how it feels in comparison to other games, what they might have done a little bit different with it. Collecting all the katanas is great. It was really nice to get this one in particular. It was like a random, like I've basically done all of the fucking, side job shits. There's just a couple of, this one's glitched. I cannot collect the reward. There's nothing there. And these are like the last two missions, I think, basically. At level cap. But so I never got to do that with Mafia either. Nothing to do with any crazy, I think I just like, the copy of it fell behind my bureau or something. And it was all scratched up when I found it. But not too big of a deal with that game. That game was pretty, not that good. Driving in it was fun. And Like, it was better than the last Mafia game. Was disappointed to see the fuel gauge gone. Driving in it was fun. I did play it for like a lot longer than I should have. Honestly. What I did notice, let me just take care of dudes real quick with these fucking grenades. What I did notice is that the cops in that game are a similar level of useless. It's almost like Grand Theft Auto is the only open world. Like, I just got LA Noire. I don't suppose that counts unless you can go rogue in that game while driving around and end up with some kind of a wanted level. But yeah, it's like fucking GTA. Rockstar is like the only fucking... I shared recently a bunch of those videos, those shorts this guy makes of driving along and you know, the random fucking vehicle spawns out of nowhere to crash into you in the genre of, you know, Rockstar isn't even hiding it anymore videos. And he made one that was with the police, just not at all doing cop-like stuff, is the way you could describe it. But you gotta give him credit. Frickin' Rockstar, in comparison to any other games that I can think of. Well, Saints Row is a good second. But Police in this fucking game and in Mafia are just useless. They might as well not even be there. Gotta love this thing too. I just purposely choose the slow ass healing item. I don't know, like, it's kind of similar to the one in the old Battlefield. So I never got to make my video with Mafia talking about the cars and driving and Mafia and whatnot. And I have a lot more to say on the subject of cyberpunk here, and I guess there's some cyberpunktivity going on, movement, new cyberpunk stuff. My eyebrows were raised, I got a bit excited and then disappointed after finding out it was just an arcade cabinet, the fucking Cyberpunk Turf Wars, because you already got so much gang shit, basically, in this game, but it's all very stagnant feeling, like everybody just sticks in their fucking areas, and then you have these little staged random gunfights. But it's not like if you play San Andreas for a real long time, you'll begin to notice, like, you won't notice it in this game, and you won't notice it in GTA 5, not really. But if you play San Andreas long enough, because I played it for like a whole fucking summer one time, I got super deep into the, I got the remastered for the 360 version, which I think is probably better from what I hear of the trilogy than the trilogy version. And I played the shit out of that for like a summer. And got super deep into the gang war shit. And you'll begin to notice that the guys walking down the sidewalk, each gang's dudes will walk down the sidewalk almost like ants following a trail. And if you follow them, eventually there is the boundary of the territory, and there'll be another group of the dudes of the opposite gang bumping into each other. So, like, how they get, like, different weapons as you proceed through the story, and you're at different strength levels. So there's more. How do you say it? How would you say it? Like it's kind of crazy if you were to look at it from a bird's eye view. You would see all these dudes, and I guess there's spawn points. I didn't get that deep into like looking at it. There's places they spawn from, like probably like the core of Grove Street is one of them for that brick of territory in particular. But you can imagine what I'm saying, like if you're looking down at the floor, for instance, a floor, and there's water bubbling up, or you're pouring water and it would spread out in different veins, right? Like a root system, basically. Like the guys filter out and they bump into other guys. And so if you have like a territory that's surrounded, there are points where two groups of guys are going to bump into one group of guys. And then when they start getting overwhelmed and more dudes are going into one of the area, you get a certain number of dudes in a territory. That's when the fucking gang war shit kicks off. If you look at like which territories are getting attacked. But you follow the dudes around, you watch, and there's nothing like that in this game. The gunfights are just like staged, that just happen. Like you can't follow anybody around to that degree and watch where they end up at. And this is all getting into, like, I know this video is supposed to be about the cars too. I'm gonna talk about that too. What is this fucking location? The Porsche's nice, but it feels a bit too heavy and slow. And I already mentioned the whole like world building, kind of adding more significance to the vehicles that I was talking about in like my last Cyberpunk video. See what's another good vehicle. I'm one car away. What's the first car you should buy, honestly? Alright? Some of these are cars that you can find. We'll look at the Mule first, because that's the first like vehicle I saved up for. I found one out in the no man's land out there, and was like, ooh, that's nice, let me fucking end up getting it. I like how it doesn't have windows and it has a screen inside. That's very cool in this fucking game. I do kind of wish the screen was a bit more defined. Like the screen still looks like windows. Like make the screens look like screens that are well defined, so that, I don't know, you see what I'm saying though. I wouldn't advise, I mean, if you're not gonna go super crazy with this game and 100% complete it and shit, they kind of, one of the points I want to get at is like there's really not enough stuff reasonably to do to be able to afford all the cars. Having these James Bond guns built in makes a lot of the random encounters, especially out in the no man's land where you're not restricted in your movement a lot easier. Driving is very satisfying, other than like the lack of freedom with invisible walls at the top of every random fucking hill. Oops. Thought it was the cops. Slowly run him over. This car you have to find. It's like parked in a storage crate in that one cave that you drive through. It's a lot of fun to drive around in anyway. Sounds really good too. But if you buy every house and every vehicle, and I didn't spend really any money on guns or clothes, if you buy every house and every vehicle, you basically are out of shit to do by the end of the game in order to get money. And for whatever reason, the main thing, if you stuck around to this point, the main thing that you'll notice, I don't know, like, it's hard to describe. Like in Red Dead Redemption, for instance, or in Mafia, for instance, a better example, because it's for different reasons. Like in Red Dead Redemption, you don't go crazy, like you don't give a fuck, like you play Red Dead Redemption differently from the way that you play GTA 5. And I don't know how to describe it. It's like you don't troll the game, I guess. Like you play it respectfully. You're like, this is a piece of art here. I'm gonna, really experience it and immerse myself in it. Like, it's like when you're showing somebody a game and you play it like somebody, that drunk Battlefield video I did, for instance, somebody who's a big Battlefield fan could easily make it look good and be showing it to somebody and playing it, and that's how these like demo videos are made. You could have a totally shit game but scripted gameplay and make it look good. I don't know why I'm fighting the cops right now. Just kind of happened. It just kind of... And they're fighting these guys. I'm just gonna like sneak off, I guess. Kind of derp. Why have I lost my wanted level so quickly? Like, you see what I mean? What is going on? The police are like, you know what? What the fuck, you guys? Worst video game cops ever. And of all games, too, like, when are we gonna get a GTA 4 computer in the cruiser to do the equivalent of Vindicated missions? It would have been perfect in this fucking game. You already got so much blinking analog-looking cyberpunk bullshit on the inside of the car. Might as well have some function to some of it. But so when the game is good and you have a certain level of respect for the game, like, it's how you don't use cheat codes in your first playthrough of GTA. And then you start using them, like, or how people make the joke that, like, cyberpsychosis is just the end of your playthrough when you're leveled all the way up, or cyberpsychosis is just you on your 4th playthrough or whatever. Like, if the game's not good, then you don't give a fuck about the game. There's another fun area to drive around in at. Places you should definitely visit during your time in Cyberpunk. Of course, the switchbacks. Honestly, the most fun area driving around I had, if I can figure out where it is. I think it's like over here. We'll hit the switchbacks first. Get a little drink. So what I'm getting at is, for whatever reason, you don't end up, and it's crazy because you've got loot in the guys' inventories, all these side quests all over the place, more so than GTA, I would say. A decent amount of vehicles to buy, even though there's no car customization, which sucks. Other than the little fucking automatic paint selector thing, but like I said in previous videos talking about like what makes a car satisfying or something satisfying, it doesn't really count to have this little onboard chameleon fucking thing. I really expected some kind of modular system of upgrades, at least to the cars that have guns, similar to the way your own fucking cyber augment shit works. That was slick. Ooh, look, we're getting a little buggy here, guys. What the fuck? So despite all that, you don't end up playing it as long as you play GTA. Like GTA, on one side of it, GTA is that game that whenever your friends are over, it's just the game that y'all end up playing. For a lot of people, and that's one of the reasons why it's, oh, your dickhead ass just had to be like cruising around over here. Like I spend way longer in GTA. I think a good part of it is the car customization. It's a different kind of replayability. The replayability here feels restricted. It feels padded. Like, and I wish GTA, the bank robberies and stuff, like the bank robberies were more like random. It was a high level, high difficulty kind of random mission that, like, that's what makes you have to plan for it. It's not some kind of actual mission like that. But you spend way longer, I feel like, driving around, farting around in GTA. This game ends up suffering from checklist syndrome, sort of kind of like Far Cry a little bit. It I don't know if it's because, maybe it's because, like in Grand Theft Auto, the fucking strangers and freaks little question marks pop up randomly on the map, and there's usually only a few of them at a time, and they kind of cycle as you play through it. And when it has the different dialogue options, ooh, that's a rough one. Hey, look, a Grove Street guy made it all the way into 2077. Like the different dialogue options in Grand Theft Auto are random. So if you die a bunch of times, the cutscenes won't always sound the same. As opposed to this where you kind of like pick one set of dialogue options to go with at the beginning of the game. It's as if you picked am I this, that, or the third thing at the beginning of Fallout, and then that was your only real. It's like the equivalent of Black Widow versus Terrifying Presence in Fallout, picking one. Picking whether you're going to be a nomad or a corporal or whatever. Now this fucking little car. You got these random little assaults. Anybody who knows me knows I don't like these little dumbass hipster douchebag mobiles. These little fucking shit boxes that people stuff a bunch of fucking money into this little hunk of shit's engine. And then call it a race car with their fucking, you got your horizontal striped shirt. Horizontal striped, not wife beater material, but still shaped like a tank top, whatever the fuck that thing's called, wearing with a fucking big beard and gauges and smoking on a vape, hipster douchebags driving their Subarus. Like that era of car culture. Like the fucking Transformers movie, the newer one with Mark Wahlberg, and they got rid of Megan Fox, and the daughter character's got a boyfriend who drives a little shitbox that looks like this. You know, that dumb shit. So I hate those fucking little shit boxes. If you're gonna spend a gajillion dollars on the engine, put the engine in a real car, not this, you know, little fucking dumpster on wheels. That aside, this honestly, if you want a great car to have a lot of fun with early on in the game for not a lot of money, this little motherfucking car is so much fun. It's so quick and agile. It's very smooth in the motherfucking handling. It's got the little guns on it. It can take a decent beating. But it is just, they really did a good job with the handling on this thing. It's not super fast, but it has such a high acceleration to its relatively low in comparison to some of the other cars' top speed. Yeah, this area right here, this fucking San Andreas storm drain runoff shit. It's too bad there's not more of this the way San Andreas has a lot of this. But this little fucking area is so much fun to just drive around in. And I must have taken every one of those little shitbox cars that you get. And driven them around in here. Where is it? Where's this little fucking thing? I'm gonna switch back to that car later, but where is this little hunk of shit? Yeah, this fucking thing. uh, course, the destruction mechanics on the vehicles are beyond GTA 5 stiff. Like, GTA 4 cars were almost mushy. You could really wrap a fucking car around a tree. Like, you really gotta like abuse the shit out of a fucking car in GTA 5 to do any like frame bending damage to it. And it's pretty much the same in here. There's really no frame bending damage. But just taking a little shitbox like this, it's one of the most satisfying things in GTA is to take some little shitbox that doesn't belong off-road and try to drive it off-road as fast as possible. You ready to roll or what? Roll this fucking little shitbox down a hill. Ah, all the hills have the stupid fucking invisible wall. Alright, let's hit it. My goodness. Just puts a smile on my face. Find some trash to jump up. Ugh. There we go. Oh shit. This is the only place where this little shitty fucking car is any fun to drive. Oh my god. Ah, I thought I was gonna get up there. Oh. Ow. Oh. Come on. Come on. Right? Come on. I don't know if the audio's picking up. I do have it pretty low, but he just said the same shit. Get up there! Anyways, this little fucking shitbox door fell off. Gosh. You're like you're like so much bigger than the car. I wish you could see the character size comparison. Look at this little fucking shopping cart. But yeah, long standoffs with the police just aren't as fun. Like, I've only done it once. Like, it's not even fun. It's the opposite of the not fun that fighting the cops in Blackwater is. They're just such fucking pushovers that it's like, why even bother? Oh, damn. This fucking little car, though. Get this thing right away. Make this your first vehicle purchase if you're gonna play this game. And this shit... Wonder if, PS5 Pro, how it looks. Like, it's crashed a good handful of times on me while I've been playing it. You need a PS5 Pro for your PS4 Cyberpunk disc to fucking function. Ah. Anyways. So I got one more car to buy. We'll go and do that. And it's not like Fallout New Vegas, for instance. I almost get into a kind of routine in Fallout New Vegas of the locations that I rotate between, where like I have all my stuff at a couple of different spots, and there are certain vendors that you get certain things from, and so you end up killing certain respawned enemies like fiends and whatnot in different locations, of course depending upon your playthrough and where you go. But so like I've hit level cap in Fallout. Get ready for what? Something going on over here? I've hit level cap in Fallout way too early. That's what's killed half of my playthroughs. Hitting level cap in Fallout. And it's one of the reasons why, like, why I was able to save dead money for so fucking long and just now be playing the shit. How dare you pull a gun out after I've agreed to fist fight you? Now you get the gun that's larger than all of yours put together. I am the ammunition, bitch. But so, like, and I'm not complaining about that, what I just said about New Vegas. It's like, it just kind of feels lived in. It's like natural. It's just, you don't feel, I don't know, like I had to consciously tell myself not to farm as many enemies so that I wouldn't lose steam in my playthrough because I hit level cap halfway through the fucking missions. I had to consciously tell myself to do that. Not consciously tell myself, okay, I gotta farm this many enemies in order to fucking be able to unlock whatever. You see what I mean? Like, it's the opposite of the usual trend when you talk about farming enemies in a game. And so, the only fucking way, I don't know why I'm going there, oh yeah, because the fucking cop. But, so the only way really, and there's no stock market. That was a missed opportunity. You've got the Corpo setting, the Corpo theme, right? And no GTA style stock market. Like, that would have been very interesting if, like, each character here had a different ability. Like, the Corpo could have been like Batman. your ability is having more money. I need a little bit more money. Speaking of, eesh, these guys aren't playing. It's never over. So that's the point that I'm at, is like, I've done at least like 2 or 3 sessions where I've just been straight up farming random enemies' guns in Pacifica to save up enough money to get that last car. I'm about to have enough money to buy that last car. Race on over. How much money are they gonna give me for the fucking random lead pipe? At that rate, you might as well be able to, like, pick up a fucking stick off the ground and bring that to a vendor. Rip off a random piece of somebody's fucking house and fucking bring that. Whoa. Definitely the first car you should get. I'll see if we got the, turn the volume up here a bit. So you can, still pretty low. This also sounds great. Very much like the rally car kind of feel when you're driving it. What do we got to get rid of? Hey, there we go. Sell a couple more of these goofy fucking things. Best guns in this game. In my opinion, what I've saved up so far. Let's go get the car real quick. I don't know how much video I'm going to be able to record. This fucking thing, I swear it's addictive. It's just so fun to zip around in. I know, you see, I've driven right past the fucking car dealership because I want to just do a little bit more zipping around in this little shitbox. Oh, yeah, it's just good. Until you hit a fucking sign. Huh. Like, I wish that motherfucking switchback on the mountainside wasn't constantly clogged up with traffic. It just infinitely spawns there. There's nothing you can do about it. Alright, let's see what this last most expensive car got. Oh shit. Damn! Wasn't paying attention to how much money I had, I guess. Still got a good chunk of change here. Do I have any cars left? Guess I didn't need that last session of farming weapons. Still. Let's see, where are you? Is that it? No, it's the outlaw. The outlaw is like fucking, I swear, there's like elements of GTA 5. I feel like this is Franklin's car. And then, what's her name's camp out here in the desert. When that shit happened, I was like, this is such Red Dead Redemption 2 vibes, and it was crazy because I had just the other game I was playing back and forth with this was Red Dead Redemption. Drive this for a little bit. Yeah, immediately much more brickish. Definitely, here's Franklin's fucking car from this is... much stiffer of a ride. Dickhead. Just hit that cop. And you can't shoot these down. That's another thing. It's very limited in like your aspirations and desires, your goals to steal difficult to steal vehicles. Like there's no equivalent of the fucking military base that's not really on the map where you're trying to steal one of the jets or the tanks or whatever. There's no planes. I saw a cool looking boat that was buried in the sand the other day. There's no boats. Why are there no planes and boats? Where's this fucking thing? At least some boats. Why no at least a taxi ride in one of the whatever the fuck they call the flying shits in this game? It's hella funny. I seen this clip I posted the other day of these people in this place called Boonville where they all speak this weird ass fucking dialect that basically all of it is based off of the names of people who did certain things. Like they call coffee Z's because there was an old farmer that made a strong cup of coffee, shit like that. And that's not really... I feel more like Battlestar Galactica-ish with the way they use frack in this game. This motherfucker nice, though. This car. It's a boat, but it feels good to drive. See how it handles. Probably like shit, but whatever.
Man, did I miss you.
top speed on this thing. It's cool as fuck looking. This is representative of half my fucking paint jobs in GTA 5. Chrome with a splash of blood red or royal blue. I'm gonna say I do like not having that influence and control over how the vehicle behaves when flying through the air like you do in GTA. Just feels like it feels wrong. It takes some of the satisfaction away. When something crazy happens, because I went off of a jump in this game, even though the jumps are way too rare, the opportunity to jump something. Don't tell me we're gonna hit top speed in this motherfucker. $1.80. Ah! Ugh. Well. Just hang around for a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. It's a mixed bag. I definitely recommend it. It's an experience. It just somehow manages to feel lesser than GTA 5, even though looking at it, it appears to have more going on. See what the underbelly of this thing looks like. Yeah, I know you can flip the car over, but just fucking around. Oh! Oh, got a little glimpse under the map there. I can't wait to get a new copy of Fallout and get the fucking mod that gets rid of the invisible walls in the border of the game. Stick that in the PS5 and see how far it lets me travel beyond the invisible wall before it fucking crashes, because it would, I guess, based off of like how much power your console has, it'll probably let you go further and further. Because I remember like PC games, like I had a bunch of different flight simulators growing up. There was no invisible wall in, like, if you remember the old Microsoft flight simulators back in the day, you could fly around the entire fucking planet, even though only Europe was programmed. Alright, guys. Peace. Tune in to the next episode, starting a new series here. Gonna be some more Fallout New Vegas videos coming. Honestly, the best playthrough ever, and that's probably going to be the title of the videos. Not sure how many parts I'm going to do to it, but it's going to be some cool stuff, so catch you later.